Good morning, good evening, good day, or good afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. Hi, how are you? So today I thought we would go into a palette that I do not use often to do a palette roulette. Palette roulette is not a series started by me. I have seen other channels like Beaut Bean that have done this as well, this series. I'm not sure who created it, but don't give me credit for creating it. I didn't. Before we get started, please like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Alright, let's get into this. So for today, we are going into my Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. I don't use this often, and I'm not sure if it's because it's cool toned, if it's because there's only 3 mattes and one kind of satiny shimmer shade. Maybe it's the formula, I'm not quite sure. But there's something about this that I don't go into that often. And I'm contemplating either giving it to a friend or forcing myself to use this more often. So Palette Roulette is a series where I number off each of these shades. There are 12 in here, 1, 12, and I put into a number generator the minimum, which is 1, and the maximum, which would be 12. I press generate and then it'll come up with numbers, and usually I will pick 4 or 5 different numbers which correspond to a color, and I have to make a look with it. I've recently washed all of my brushes, so they are all nice and clean and soft, and now it's time to get them dirty again. Because I am using an Urban Decay palette, I thought it would only be fitting that I use another Urban Decay palette, the Naked 2 Basics, for my mirror to use today instead of my Colourpop Mar palette, and to use the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the shade Original for my eyes. Let's get to it. I have primed my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Now I'm going to generate 5 numbers on this random number generator. I've grabbed sticky notes and I've grabbed a pen for me to mark it down so I do not forget. I am praying I do not get an all shimmer look with the only 3 mattes out of the 12 shades in here. We shall see. So the first number on the number generator is 5, and that corresponds to this cool toned kind of purple matte tease. The second color is number 9, which corresponds to this shade Verve. The next number is 4, which corresponds to this peachy color called Chopper. The second to last number is 6, which corresponds to this dark shade Snakebite. Last number is 11, which corresponds to this dark brown shimmer Busted. There appears to only be 1 matte shade out of the 5 colors in this look, which statistically was bound to happen considering there's only 3, but we'll make it work. I am going to attempt something I've only ever tried one other time with shimmers before, which is a halo eye, and you guys will get to see my process. I'm not the best at them yet, but we'll see how it turns out. Going into that first shade Tease, taking that into the transition and crease area, bringing it all the way to the corner of my eye to give a nice baseline. Now going into it again for the other eye, tapping off the excess, doing the same thing. Taking a clean blending brush and just blending those edges out. Just softly. There's not much color on my eyes right now, but I just want to soften those edges a bit. I apologize if every time I do my left side you guys don't see it as well. I'm trying to make sure I do not block your view, but it is hard to look in the mirror and do it at the same time. Now going into that darker shimmer Snakebite. Usually I don't take shimmer here and use it and blend it out. That is what I am going to do today. I'm putting it on the corner edge of this eye, then taking whatever's left on this brush all the way over in that same space where we made that transition, and taking it to this corner of the eye. Doing that to the other side now, exactly what we did to the right. Now taking that same clean blending brush and blending out what we just did. Make it blend into that transition that we made, that we put down already. Now I'm going to grab the darkest color from what we have to work with, which is Busted. Taking that, and just like we would a normal eye look, the usual ones that I do, deepening this outer corner just a little bit, before taking the rest of what's on that brush over and taking it into the corner right there. Doing the same thing to the other side. Taking it lightly into the outer corner, then bringing it over, taking it into the inner corner. Taking that same clean blending brush and blending it out, making sure it all melds together. Because of the fires, it is snowing ash down here in California, and I have very bad asthma, and my lungs are not liking it. I'm waking up every morning wheezing. My car was covered in ash, and it gives me a headache. I have a headache constantly now, which is not ideal. Please excuse my hair. I was getting a headache from my headband, so I had to take it off. Oh, and it feels so much better now. Now going into that peachy shade Chopper. I'm going to place that on the outer edges of my eye towards the center. Well, the center, but more the edges towards the dark parts, if that makes sense. You know what? Nah, I'm just gonna put it all over that little center spot that we made. Doing the same on the other eye. The final color, I am going to take that white shimmer shade Verve. Am I saying that correctly? I don't know. And I am going to put it in the very, very, very center of the shimmery area in my eye. Right there. I'm going to take that blending brush again, and whatever product is left on it, I am just going to take it over here all the way across my eye and just blend it all together. Going to go do the rest of my face and then bring this under and finish this out. Alright folks, this is the look that I came up with. Thank you for joining me with this palette roulette with the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. I'm not sure if this has changed my mind on keeping it or not. I will have to see. I think I will make one more video with this palette, a 3 looks 1 palette video, but I don't know. I think the lack of mattes is throwing me, and as much as I like looking at cooler toned color stories, I'm not sure if they look as good on me. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all had a wonderful time watching. I had a wonderful time playing with it. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye!